Hello and welcome to Monday Makers. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is, whatever the time is, wherever you are around the world. My name is Joe Remnants and welcome to my first ever full show here on Crafters TV, the home of Crafters Companion. I am giddy as a kipper. I don't know about you, we have got so much to get through over the next couple of hours together. We've had something running on the Facebook pages as well, something brand new. Joe wants to know, something we're going to be doing every Monday, and just us having a little bit of a theme and me giving you a bit of having some fun and me giving you a theme. This week's is first week fails. Now we're meant to save them for later, but I just want to give you one. This one is from Chantel, who says, I was quite young. I got a temp job at a small printing and binding books. It was so boring that I didn't think it could get any worse. Did I say I managed to spend the entire day putting the adhesive on the wrong edge, on the right side edge instead of the left side edge? I still don't understand why I wasn't called back for another day of work. LMBO, which I think means laugh my bottom off. Cheeky. Anyway, more of those later, and you can keep getting those in. You can join the conversation, of course, on Facebook, wherever you are, and I'll read more of those out as we go through the show. Now, something else we're going to do for you every Monday in Monday Makers, and then it's going to live on the website, is something called the Craft Calendar, and it's my chance to give you a little bit of a look and an insight as to what is coming up in the week ahead, and also flag any deals that I think you're going to love. So let's have a little look at the first Craft Calendar. This is this week, so it begins right here, right now, with Monday Makers, myself and Debbie. Tomorrow we look ahead to the launch party. Now I will be here, also Fiona will be here, so 4 p.m. GMT or 11 a.m. EST, wherever you are. We then move forward to Wednesday. Now Wednesday of Creative Cravings, so if you are new to craft or you're diversifying and trying a craft for the first time, this is a show for you. Myself and Fiona will be here with that one too. And also on the website there's a 4 for 3 on all by the meter fabric. Easy for me to say, so pop along there and check that out. Now Thursday, we've got a double whammy for you on Thursday, because if you have, like me, got a bit of a sweet tooth, then first up we have got Sugar and Crumbs for you. Sarah will be here at 4 p.m. in the UK or 11 a.m. on the East Coast with all things baking. And then a little bit later that day, some amazing deals. Our Fast and Frantic sales show, Cartload, is coming your way with the gorgeous Debbie. Friday, there is something really special happening over on the Crafters Companion website. You're going to get an extra 10% Club Inspire discount and double Club Inspire points all day. Then Saturday and Sunday, we thought we'd give you some time to actually do some crafting. So that is this week's Crafters Calendar. Now, I needed a fabulous crafter and a great friend to join me for my first ever full live show on Crafters TV, and that is exactly what we've got. Debbie is here. I'm going to lean over and give you a cheeky little kiss. Mwah, mwah. How are you?
I am absolutely
fine. Are you having a good week?
Thank you. Yes, a little bit frantic.
What have you been up to?
Well, I kick-started this morning off down at Peterborough with our gorgeous Sarah.
On Crate and Craft?
Yes, at Crate and Craft, because she's been launching her brand new collection, which is crafty fun. So I was there with her for those first 2 hours. Very early start, Joe, can I just say? 4:30. There's only one 4:30 in a day, and it isn't the AM one. It's the afternoon one, the one that's coming up soon. And then I just hit the road, come up here because I was so excited to be here with you.
Yeah,
for your
absolutely.
first show.
I know you really wanted to be here and join me for my first show. And yeah, wish me luck. Get in the comments, slip into the DMs.
Yep.
Let me know what you're up to. I love to be able to have a conversation with you. I wanted to chat about a couple of things because I was watching this afternoon. We came into work and lovely Kelly, who works on the TV team, says, oh my, did you see the halftime show at the Super Bowl? So I sat and watched it back. Wow! I was blown away.
Absolutely
it was
brilliant.
amazing.
Yeah.
Let's show the world what two Latin girls can do, is what J-Lo apparently said to Shakira before they went on stage. In the event, the duo showed they could sing, belly dance, crowd surf, knee slide, pole dance, and even play the drums.
Oh, amazing.
I can do all of those at the same time. I don't know about you, Debbie. Yeah. It was a kinetic and sometimes dazzling set as the Latin singers raced through 20 songs in 12 minutes.
And did you see them? They didn't even break out in a sweat.
I know.
There wasn't a single bead of sweat anywhere,
not.
and they both look incredible. And ladies of a certain age as well, they looked phenomenal.
Shakira's 43rd birthday yesterday, and J-Lo is 50. But I think the real moment was when, at one point, Shakira leaned into the cameras, waggled her tongue, and trilled. She went... Although some viewers made fun, others pointed out the singer, whose father is Lebanese, was performing a traditional Arabic vocal celebration known as a zagruta.
A zagruta? So that's what that is.
Oh, show us your zagruta.
What did you do?
That was it.
Is that it? Is that Zagruta?
Zagruta. Well, that wasn't. Congratulations, by the way, to the Kansas City Chiefs who beat the San Francisco 49ers. And also something else that was really making us laugh. We had a production meeting this morning when I got into work. Was we found out that Brian May
of
Queen has designed a range of sports bras. The underwear, which is adorned with illustrations of guitars, it's on sale for £35 in the UK and was designed by Brian May himself. Highlighting Brian May's consummate artistic talents, this activewear salutes the entire range of Brian May guitars. We thought, Debbie, wait for it, it sounded like Radio Bra Bra. What do you think of that?
I love that. I think it's, well, I'd love to see. I don't know if
there's pictures. I'll show you some later.
I was going to say, I'd love to see some pictures. What did you say?
Radio
Bra Bra. I love that. I love that play. I mean, one of my favourite songs, but absolutely fabulous. And I think, do you know what? I'd like to see one of those. See what they actually look like. Yeah,
it could be a whole breakout. You see other, Jeremy Clarkson could have a range of, I don't know, support underwear or something like that. It could go on and on. Who knows where it will end? Anyway, there's loads coming up in the show today. What are you excited about?
I'm excited about the whole thing because we're finally into the month of February, Joe, which is the month of...
Felt like it was never going to end, did it?
No,
January.
I know January just seems to go on forever and ever. But this is the month of love. So, today, it's all about love.
It is.
I love working with you.
I love you.
I love you too,
Thank
Joe.
you.
Oh, my heart melted then. Literally melted when you said it like that. But yeah, it's just a lovely loved theme, because that's what it is. Yeah. It's a nice short month, but it's also the month of Valentine's.
Absolutely, and it's Shrove Tuesday as well, so we get to eat pancakes as well.
I forgot about that one.
There's loads coming up this month. Talking about loads coming up, there's also loads coming up in this show. Let's take a little look at what we're going to be tantalising your crafty taste buds with in the next couple of hours. The Gemini Dimensionals double-sided dies. I have not seen these in action before, so I'm really keen to be having a little look at these. Now, we also have the Gemini Expressions pop-out dies. These are a bit of a one-pass wonder, these ones, and we'll be showing you lots more of these in the coming next couple of hours. Debbie teased it a moment ago. Talking of all things love, we have the Valentine's Day crafting collection coming up for you in this show. And then also, coming up a little bit later, we've got the Shaker Cards. That's coming your way. Try and sing that song without singing that lyric now going forward. I double dare you. Not only that, we also reveal our craft ambassador in today's show too, and we'll be doing that in the second hour. So loads to look forward to, loads of you to sink your crafty teeth into. Don't forget, join the conversation on Facebook. Let me know about those first week fails. And I'm going to read a few more of these out now. This is a particularly great one. I love this one. This is from Alison. She says, hi. My first week fail was, oh no, I did that one, didn't I? Let me choose the other one. I've got another one I really wanted to share with you just here. It's this one. It's from Michelle. Michelle says, not craft related and not quite first week. Think it was second or third. Anyway, I just started working for the police as an admin assistant in the resource unit, and I walked to work because I don't drive. Wasn't on a local bus route and was only about 30 minutes from my house. So one dark winter morning, I'm crossing at the lights of a main busy road and I have my headphones in when the green green man comes on. So the car stops and I see out the corner of my eye some man in his car waving at me and beckoning me over to his car. Of course I thought I was being accosted by some random man in a car, so I scurried across the road and got on about my day. The more I thought about it, the more I thought, actually, maybe I recognise this man. Then I clicked as I walked into my office. All my fears were realised. The man in the car was not some man trying to beckon me over to his car, but was in fact my superintendent. That got quite a few laughs around the office that day. So yes, keep getting your first week fails into me. You can do that over on Facebook. Remember, as though you can watch and shop on the Crafters Companion website. So Crafters Companion, wherever you are, so whether it's .co.uk, .com or .eu, it's the best place to watch and shop at the same time. Talking about watching and shopping, here's our Debbie to tantalise us with some crafty deals.
Hello, so right now I'm over here in the craft room, and can I just say, isn't it lovely having our Joe with us? Absolutely love. And what's the theme today? Love. Love having Joe with us today. I'm really excited for this show, truly am. Now, we've got a cracking deal to kickstart this afternoon off with. And this is all about the shaker cards. See, I want to break out into song now every time I say it. But look at this fabulous deal that we've got on today. I'm going to actually show you everything that you're getting in this deal. But look at that price, £19.50 or $28. You're saving 25% today in this show, plus your Club Inspire. Always worth knowing, always worth noting. But yes, so I'm going to kickstart things. I'm going to show you exactly what you get. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a double whammy here because I thought I'd incorporate the next little deal that we've got coming up as well. But I'll tell you that in a moment. So first things first, what are you actually getting? So you are actually getting this gorgeous Love Always, and if I just bring that there, the beautiful Love Always shaker die. Not just a shaker die though, because this is a die and stamp set that are going to be able to be used in so many ways. You've got the beautiful outside love heart here that creates that shaker element. Then you've got all those stamps. There's even the word love with some beautiful love arts that you're going to be able to create that lovely shaker element. But what else do you need when it comes to shaker? You need your acetate. So we've got the acetate that's included in there as well. And we've put in the heat resistant acetate, which means that if you want to do things like stamping onto heat resistant acetate with your embossing powders, this is the perfect one, which is why we've put that in there, because not only does it act as the shaker to keep your shaker things inside, it also acts as an heat resistant to be able to do all those lovely things and techniques on with. So what else do you get? Well, what shaker card is not complete without some gorgeous sequins? And I know our Joe's a little bit excited about these, because look at these. We've got 2 packs in here. We've got the beautiful ruby red. Now this is a resealable bag and there is 50 grams. Now when I try and put that into perspective, that's a lot of sequins for your money, a lot of sequins. But we're not just giving you the beautiful red, we're also giving you the fabulous silver. I love this one. This is absolutely gorgeous. So you can see straight away the awesome deal that we put together to be able to create that. Can I just tell you the other thing that we've got? Shall I tell you the other one? The way, because I'm going to incorporate all this together. I am going to save this little bit of the demo for when our Joe joins us though, because I love boxes. Now this is our dimension, and I say dimensional, it's part of the range within Gemini, but this is our square box. Now if you take a look there, close up, there we go, you can see that well, straight away you're saving 15% on this. £33.50, $42. This is our double-sided technology. And can I tell you as well, there is also 6 pieces in here. So the dies create the boxes, 3 different sizes from your large to your small, and I'll show you a few samples from both, but I am going to do a demo putting everything together and combining both together. But I'm going to go with a shaker first so that you can actually see what you can do with this. Now shaker cards, not just cards, you can do things like boxes. Would you believe me if I said that? You can do a shaker box. Absolutely fabulous. But look, every single part of that is used. I mean, how perfect is this for Valentine's Day? Really beautiful. But I'm going to show you a few more because there's so many ways you can do this. One of my favourite styles of card is a TP card. And look, we've incorporated, okay, is that the right word? Incorporated. We've incorporated that shaker element on there. So that stands alone on its own, but it's got that lovely shaker element in there. Lovely, perfect for those new babies in your life. Jan's eagerly awaiting the birth of that grandson of hers. He's due tomorrow. Not showing any signs of coming. But again, look at this. Look at that. I mean, that is fabulous. A bit of black and white and a hint of red in there. You can see that lovely shaker element. You can put sequins in here. You can put beads in, rice, anything. You want buttons, as daft as it sounds, you can. You can put all sorts in here. This is one of my personal favourites. I think this is gorgeous, this sample. Again, let me just show you. You have got that beautiful, lovely element where the shaker is on the front, but also on the inside as well. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, there is so many things I could show you. I really could show you loads because our lovely crafty angel has created loads for me. I'll show you the boxes in a minute because what I'm going to do is incorporate both together, bring them both together to show you what you can do. But I'm going to show you how the shaker card elements and these dies all work together. So if I just explain a little bit first, I'm going to bring these just here for a second. There we go. There is the outside element. Can you see there? I've got one part of the die and the other part of the die. So there's two parts here that are going to be able to create the aperture. Can I just tell you, this is a little bit standard thicker die than it is with a normal standard die, and that means it's going to be able to cut through heavier cardstock and acetate really quite easily as well. So fabulous. There's also on here a lovely word, love word. We've got these lovely little hearts as well that cut out separately, added that extra embellishment. And then we've got the stamps. So the stamps here show you what we've got. Oh, you can actually mix and match these with this lovely word. So bundle of love, sent with love, love at first sight, love you forever Joe, love is in there, and then you've got always, so love always, I love you. Look, there's even some kisses on there, really beautiful, and then happy after. So again, you're going to be able to use these in so many ways. What I'm going to show you though is how to put this all together. So first thing first, I'm using some, and you want you to stay tuned because I've got some of this gorgeous cardstock later. But this is from the luxury glitter cardstock in the red. And I'm going to just create the first part by using both of these together. Now, you can use these separately. You could use these as little nesting dies. You could use these. There's so many ways you can use them, not just for shaker cards. So think outside that box a little bit. But if I just bring these together, what I'm going to do, and if I just show you, is I'm popping them both together. Now, it is important for this part that you do take down. And I'm just going to take some of our low-tack tape and I'm going to stick that over the top, just like that. And that's just going to secure that into place. Now, I'm also going to run this through our Gemini. So I'm just bringing my plates. So I'm going to use my Gemini Junior plates for this one. I really should be cutting that cardstock down to size. However, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut out the word. I'm going to cut out the love hearts at the same time. Again, I would always recommend, whenever you're cutting down into your plate, I would always recommend that you tape, using the low-tack tape, to hold that into place. Now, it is, like I said to you, these are standard dies, but this does cut through thicker material, so you could perhaps get through 2 sheets if you wanted. I'm just going to do the one for now, though. So again, just the normal way you would use with your dies, and I'm going to run that through the Gemini. Now, there's also some other sequins. I've given the bundle deal here, but we've got 10% off all the other colours. So there's blue, there's gold, there's a gorgeous iridescent on there. Go and check that website out. Don't forget you can shop and watch at the same time. But go and check the website out. You'll be able to see everything on there. Now, if I just lift this up for a second, you'll see now, I mean, look how beautifully that's cut that out. And again, you've got that lovely love heart that we could technically class as the waist, but we're not going to waste anything. I'm just going to take off my tape and the die, and again, just pop that down there for a second. And then you can see now that this has cut out that beautiful love heart. So you can see all that beautiful scallop detail. It's even got a stitch detail around the edge as well. So I'm going to take off the word, but look at this. You can see all these little elements, and me personally, I would be running these through a few times because you've got all these lovely little love hearts that you're going to be able to use for decoration as well. And if I just bring those to one side, do you know what? Our lovely Laura just come up with a fabulous idea. I'm going to have to share it with you, but you could cut these out into your cardstock and use them for the middle of your shaker. Did you think of that before? I didn't think of that. I thought of it now it's being said to me. But let me grab my pokey tool and just pop this word out so I can show you just how fabulous this is cut out when I can find said pokey tool. There we go. And again, just lift that off, and it got little release holes in there as well, and just bring, and you've got that lovely word love as well that you can use with this. Now I'm also going to cut out, I'm just going to move these to one side for a second. I'm going to cut out a bit of acetate. Now when I'm using, because this part is the outer edge, so this is the outer edge, but I need to create the acetate back to stop the shaker from falling through the hole. We don't want that to happen. So use your acetate. Don't forget you've got the heat resistant acetate within that deal. And you know, I say this every time, acetate is a wonderful thing, but it's invisible. So when you get things all planned and prepped, it disappears. It just, every single time it happens to me. Oh, I found it. Look, it's there. It's there. So again, and can I just tell you as well, because this is a mixed, it's almost virgin on a mixed media die, you can cut out a couple at the same time. So you could, instead of wasting, cut a couple of sheets out at the same time. Now I'm just going to pop that on and run that through as well. And then, what did I do with the plates, Debbie? Oh, I just moved them down here for a second. Let's put that on and run that through. So I'm on my acetate. It almost looks like you're not cutting into anything with the acetate because it's so see-through. Let me just run those through. I think I've got my right combination. I hope. Hopefully. We'll soon see. Now then, just bringing this out. Again, if I just move that for one side, you can see now, oh, do you know what? I didn't have the right combination. Oh, Joe, look at me faux pas. I didn't put it through. I put my wrong combination. Don't, what's that word? Do as Debbie says, not as Debbie does. Is that the right word? You wouldn't do that. So I'm just going to change that back round because I've got my tape. I can keep it into place. We always have to have a little mistake there. Do you know what I'm going to add though? I'm going to add for extra crunch. I'm going to add, where's my metal plate gone? There it is. Pop that onto place. Oh, you'll never notice by the time I've finished. We're going to put the plastic shim there, not on the top. We're going to put the magnetic shim there, and then we're going to put the other cutting plate, and not what Debbie did first time round. It's do as Debbie says, not as Debbie does. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh dear. Oh, one day, just one day. Joe, you're meant to help. Where are you, Joe, when I need you? Right, so if I just move those to one side now, that should have cut through there perfectly. Let me take my tape off. Oh, she says, oh, do you know I'm not having much luck with my acetate today. Right, I tell you what, it's a good job I made one earlier. Let me just show you what I did. Div by magic. Never saw that, did you? I've placed it onto the back. Oops, there we go. I've placed it onto the back of my love heart. Now, do you know what else you could do? You could have a nice see-through one if you wanted. I could use that other side for that element if I wanted. However, I've created one that seals. I'll show you. Let me just bring it into place for a second. I've used some black matte cardstock, and instead of using both the dies together, this time I've just placed that over and just created the back. That's going to give me the back end of there. Now, I've also placed on here foam. This is foam on a roll, should I say, which is perfect for your shaker card. Check the website out because this is here, and I'll show you what it looks like. Mine's a little, well, yours will look bigger when it's new, but that's what it looks like, and it's a very small depth which fits perfectly around these dies. Now, if I just take off this, and I'm going to take it off first before I put my sequins in. Let me just whip that off for a second. And you just peel that all the way around. Let's just take that down. There we go. Oh, she's getting it stuck to her fingers. Move that to one side. Now, I'll tell you what else I will pop on now. I'm going to take some of these beautiful ruby red sequins. Again, you could have a little bit of a mix because there is two. Shall we do a mix? Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's have a bit of both. Now, I tell you about it being a resealable bag, 50 grams. This is quite a heavy weight. When you think how much is in there, there's probably thousands in there. I won't like to count all that. But what you're going to do is, there's a couple of ways you can do this. I'm going to actually put some into the middle of my outer love heart there. And let's chuck a few more in because I want it to be nice and full, this one. But I'm going to add some of the silver ones. Now, that just seals back up. So it means you don't have to find a jar or a little container to put them in because it's all sealable. You just open up the top, pop them down. Let's place a couple in there, absolutely fabulous. And then reseal that back up and place that to one side for the time being. Now, tape's already off. So the next thing you're going to do is seal all these lovely sequins inside that beautiful love heart. Now, I'm just going to pop my head over for a second to make sure I'm got in the right place. There we go. And if I hold that down, there we are. Make sure there's no sequins. If I just show you now, if you come up close, you can see you've got beautiful sequins there. But don't forget, in the shaker element, you could put lots of things in there. I use a lot of coloured salt when I'm doing my sparkle ink techniques. I use coloured salt and put that in there. You can put buttons, you can put little gems in there, little beads. However, you're getting a fabulous deal today because you're getting both of these. You're getting your die that does all the worker element for your shaker. Don't forget there's all the extra bits that you can do. And also the acetate in there. So the acetate all comes in one bundle for you today at £19.50 or $28. A saving of 25%. Plus your Club Inspire. Plus the Club Inspire. Always worth noting that one. Now, I am going to now combine two. And what better way? Let's combine Joe and come and show Joe. Are you there, Joe? It's trying to sneak. It's trying to sneak. You could have come round this end. It would have been fine.
There we go. I'm in.
You'll get used to it, Joe. You'll get used to it. I promise.
Where do you want me?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Shall I?
You stand that side, and I might have you feeding things through the Gemini. Is that all right?
Fair enough. Don't forget, keep joining the conversation over on our Facebook pages. We want to know about your first week fails. Now, that was the shaker card, which is great. Great on its own, great little standalone bundle, that one. But you were saying to me before the show as well, you can add it to other things, which is really, really a great way of using it.
Yes.
Because I would just think on the front of a card initially, but not the case, is it?
No, you can absolutely put it to anything. You can have it standing alone on it. You can put a little, do you know, I've seen it, because I've seen them in, do you know, in like cafe shops and things like that, where you put a little cocktail stick and pop it in the middle of the flowers. If you had that see-through element where you put some more acetate on the back of this and then backed it on, so it'd be like a complete see-through shaker.
Lovely.
So you can sit on both sides.
Even like cupcake toppers and cake toppers and things
exactly,
like that.
Exactly, you could do
which is amazing.
Absolutely anything with it. The world's your oyster when you get your creative juices flowing.
I don't like oysters, but I get the sentiment.
No, me neither. You know what I mean.
Don't forget you save a quarter on those, which are fantastic. Now, something I have never seen before. I have heard a lot about them. Is the double-sided dies. Now, completely patented.
They are.
Craft's Companion.
They are indeed.
What makes them different? And what else? What do we really need to bear in mind when we use them as opposed to using a regular die?
Right, that's a really good question. So, I'm just going to show you each one of these. This is the way this technology, we always talk about technology moving forward when it comes to dies. This is exciting in World of Crafters Companion. We had a first launch with the flowers. This was the second launch with the boxes. We're giving you the better, my perfect box is a square box. I've got a thing about being all, is it symmetrical? Is that the right word?
Symmetrical, yeah.
But you're getting 3 boxes in 3. So let me put it into perspective. You're getting 2. It cuts the base. It cuts the lid at the same time.
In one pass.
In one pass through your Gemini. You've got 3 different sizes. So you've got the large. You've got the medium.
So that's a box, that's a box,
that's a box,
and that's a box.
And that's a box. So it's not all one box. Yeah, so
like Oprah, you get a box, you get a box, you get a box, you get a box.
Yeah, so this is what it does. And it, like I said, it's technology that just blows my mind, Joe, because it's all being designed. I wish I could get in really close with camera, but the best way I can describe it, if I just show you this way, you can see here this outside cutting line goes all the way to the edge of that die.
Yeah.
When you flip reverse it, you can see there is like a little bit of a gap.
Yes.
So that means that is the base.
Right.
That
And the
fits
larger one is
in
the box, is
with
the lid.
exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So it's a phenomenal way of thinking. I just think every time I look at it, every time I think about it, it just makes me go, wow.
Okay.
Absolutely fabulous.
So can we just use them as the same way in which we do a normal
No.
die, or do we need to do something a bit different with these?
So it is something very different, Joe,
Okay.
and this is when we come, and if I just bring my plates into question, I'm going to bring these in. This is when we call them magic plates up here at head office.
Ooh.
Magic, love a bit of magic. But these are specially designed to work with double-sided technology, as
Okay.
in the dies that we've got here at Crafters Companion. Don't forget, we're always thinking ahead, we're always
Absolutely.
working ahead. You know yourself, we know things that are coming up. We've already had the flowers, like I said, the boxes. We've had the creator card ones as well. Then our lovely Fiona had the layerable ones.
If you don't have these, you want to go for these double-sided dies, but you don't have these plates, hang fire, because I have a great 24-hour deal coming up for you. These might be included in that. All I can say is stay tuned for the rest of the show. I'll give you details of that a little bit later.
Absolutely
We love a
fabulous.
cheeky
I like a
little
cheeky
treat,
deal.
don't we, on a
I like
Monday?
a cheeky deal. But can I just say as well, so if you are getting this, you must have these plates.
Okie doke.
You've got to have them.
Wonderful.
Because, like I said, they're specially designed to withstand the pressure. Because if you think about it, Joe, we normally just run dies through the machine, one cut on one side. This way, it's doing two things. So shall I show you?
Which is great, absolutely. Yes, please. Because, I mean, it's great, I'd imagine, if you're batch making, because you're not having to cut the lid,
Nope.
then take it out,
Exactly.
change it over, cut the base, one pass, one box.
Exactly. And I know a lot of people will say to me as well, because boxes, it's a lot of, a lot of faff. That's the right word.
Okay.
I was thinking something else, but
Okay,
faff will
don't
do.
say- no,
faff
don't say
will do.
anything.
Because when you have to faff, you've got to get your scoreboards out. You've got to start cutting. You've got to
course.
start measuring. You've got to have your what side you're going to have your lid. What side you're going to. You don't have to worry about any of this
absolutely.
at all.
And the great thing is, of course, if you are batch making, if you
Yep.
are making to sell, which you are more than welcome to do, because of course all the design is done in-house, it means that it's going to save you time, you're going to do more crafts, you're going to have more fun, and also if you're making to sell, you're going to make more money, which is what we all want to do at the end of the day.
I'm going to show you. In fact, can we show you a few samples before I crack on with the demo?
Yeah, let's.
Just so I can show you. These are beautiful. Now, if you look at this, these are. Oh, sorry, I've put them all in one go. Let me just get the right way around. That's your largest of your box.
Beautiful.
Then you've got the medium size. I'm struggling to get my arms over this side. I need that a little bit. I know.
In there.
Exactly, but you know, Valentine's gifts.
Absolutely,
all those
maybe
kind of
Valentine's
things.
gifts, perfect. Maybe you are a jewellery maker. Do you into jewellery making and beading? You want to make your own boxes to put your makes into, really elevating them. This is
with
another great way of doing
this is
that.
a great way. Just how you mentioned, this is a wonderful. I love Deborah. Bless her little arch. Works down at Evesham. She's from Evesham, one of our design team members. But she thought about this. Cards, popping into a card.
Of course.
Cutting in acetate.
And I love that it's cut a really heavyweight acetate
It
there
has,
as well.
and that's the lid that's been done in acetate, and then she's put all those gorgeous cards inside there and wrapped a bow around it. But then she's thought about it, putting some coasters in the next size. Look how fantastic that is. Again, the same method where you can actually see inside your box. And then lastly, the little tiny one, she's put a lovely little floating candle in there.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely fabulous when you want to think about making those gifts, giving those gifts.
Yeah.
You can do it with your construction acetate, that's the heavyweight acetate. Check the website out, it's on there.
Have a look
But
there.
yeah, there's lots of ways you can use them. They are fabulous. And you think of all your cardstock that you have and your papers and things like that. There's just no end to your limits when it comes to
What's
this.
your for box making, Debbie? What sort of weight do you kind of go for card-wise? Because I know some people, everyone sort of is a little bit different.
They
aren't
are,
with
yeah.
this?
So my personal preference is anything from 250 upwards to give that good heavyweight.
heavyweight.
Yeah, and then you can add extra weight by matting and layering on top of them.
What a great
so
idea.
Again, and that means you can put all those extra things in, those heavy things in there. Just so many ways you can use them.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Talking about first week fails, I did have one from Debbie. Not you, Debbie. It's
I was
a
going to
different.
say,
It's a
did I
Debbie
share
IE.
mine? Did I
It's a
share
Debbie
mine?
with an IE, and she says, when I first started crafting, I posted my first handmade card in an envelope box, but used incorrect weight cardstock. It wasn't in a good state by the time it got to the recipient.
Oh,
so
bless.
make sure you are using a good quality
good
heavyweight cardstock. Of course, you'll find loads of it on the Crafters Companion website, crafterscompanion.wherever you are, so .co.uk.com or .eu.
Right, so I'm going to show you, Joe, how to use this. So this is the way that you would use this. You take your 2 cutting plates in your Gemini, and that's the only platforms you need, along with your magic plates. So you put one of your die cutting plates there. Then you're going to put your cardstock down, because don't forget, we're going to place one side, and think about the different colour combinations. I'm just using black for this particular demo because I'm going a bit striking, black and red. But I'm just going to show you, but you can think of the ways. You've already seen that one that Deborah did with the acetate. Pop that onto there, and then you're going to sandwich that on the top.
Because of course we're cutting 2 pieces of cardstock
at the same time.
Yep.
And then you're going to place your other magic cutting plate on the top of that, and then your other outside cutting plate for your Gemini, and then you're going to just run that through literally like that. If you don't feel comfortable just leaving it on, Joe, just tape it down. So don't tape the die down, tape the cardstock over the die to hold it into place. Let that run through your Gemini. You can hear it working. I'm on my bigger plates for this one, because obviously this is the bigger of the 2.
So with the bigger box, you're going to need to have the Big Daddy Gemini, or any other, of course, A4 die cutting system.
But your next 2 will fit on perfectly onto the Gemini Junior. So
well, do you know what? The great thing is, if you are batch making, maybe you've got a Gemini and you've got a Gemini Junior, you could be popping one through the Gemini, one through the Junior, or with the smaller ones, you can be putting this one through and then use the Gemini plates twisted in the next one, so you could, you get a little
conveyor belt going. Definitely.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to lift this off, because I just want to show you now. So you can see that we've got one part cut here.
Perfect.
It's even got, can I just show you something so clever? All the scoring lines are on there, so you've got all your score lines. You're just going to score that over. I'm not going to do it all, because I'll show you the one that I've done first off, but literally fold that all the way around. You're then going to lift off your die. Don't forget to pop that back on its carrier sheet. Just lift off the cardstock. Again, you can see that you've got that scoring line going across. You've even got a lovely embossed panel at the top as well, and again, even the flaps are all die cut out. There's nothing, everything's been thought about when it comes to this. And then you literally, all you're going to do, Joe, is you're going to go around and score each one.
And the great thing is, I think if you are not a mathematician, which I certainly not, you know what, some people, maybe you've got a scoreboard and a bone folder and you love doing it, great, but I know there'll be a massive proportion of you guys out there that just don't get the maths and don't understand it.
Exactly.
This is the die for you that you need, and the fact that it's a double-sided die means it cuts in one pass. It really is a one-pass wonder. You're just going to make sure you've got those double-sided die plates.
It is.
Remember, special deal coming up later this hour. We'll be able to furnish you with those for a little bit less coinage, which is fantastic.
Now, when you pop this together, all you're going to do is put your tape, chosen tape or glue on, and put your flaps there.
I
use red liner tape. That's my personal preference, but tacky glue, tape pens, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Perfect.
I just prefer it. But when you pop it together, you get that lovely box shape there, and then, shall we put it all together now? And can I just tell you, there's something else you can do with them, just by being a little bit clever. And I say clever, it's not really clever. You can add height to your boxes.
Absolutely.
Just by adding panels in. So I created some panels that
you get 2 layers or even 3 layers of chocolates in.
Yes, exactly. So all you're going to do is fit your panels, and if I just explain what I've done, you're going to just score down each side, and it fits over the base. So take your measurement from there, and then you're just going to fit that and attach that around. Make sure you've got 2 flaps either side for your other, and then you're going to do exactly the same around on all 4 sides.
Wow.
And you've created a deeper box.
Fantastic. And you can extend that by as much or as little as you want. So you think about all the different things that you could use, all the different things you could store in there as well. The other great thing about it as well, if you've got any sort of ornate dies or little filigree dies or something like that, nothing to stop you using them to cut into the top of the box if you wanted to create maybe an aperture or something like that. So many different ways of using these, which is fantastic.
Absolutely, and that's what I love about these. Just check out all the Facebook groups. Our design teams are always on our Facebook groups, always showing you different ideas. So I'm just going to place that onto the top. I'm using some of our red
that is
luxury
gorgeous,
cardstock.
that cardstock that you've got there.
I've already placed on some of those lovely love hearts that we had from that shaker element die. So you can see where I'm going with this one, Joe. Let's pop that on the top. And again, just place that on the top of there. And then I'm going to pop on those lovely, you know, when I said about the waist, it's not waist, Joe. Look, we're going to put that onto there. And again, this is all, just have a little play.
And this is gorgeous, isn't it? I mean, would be lovely. These would be great if you were getting someone maybe a gift card or something like that for Valentine's Day, you know, an experience day or something like that. Popping that in there, a little bit of tissue.
Yep.
With favourite perfume on the, you know, sprayed over it.
Absolutely.
That could be right romantic, couldn't it?
I say though, it's all about, I love February, all about the love. Oh, talking of love, that love word.
Absolutely.
I'm going to pop that going across the outside there, and look, bringing that all in, how beautiful does that look? So if I just bring that in for you, you can see your shaker onto the box. You're going to be able to create some really fun ways of using this.
And I love the fact that, you know, you've used a bit of red and black. It's very classy. You could maybe use baby pinks. You could use baby blues, you know. And the love heart doesn't have to be for, you know, for sort of Valentine's. There's connotations. You're going to be able to use that all the way through the year. If you want to go for the shaker card collection, I know we don't have anywhere near as much stock as we would like of the shaker card collection. We're sort of talking double figures to give you an idea of how busy it is there, and you're saving 25% as well. So that was the shaker card collection, and then also those boxes, those double-sided dies we had for you as well. Again, a brand new concept pretty much launched not that long ago, and they really are a one-pass wonder. You can pass them straight through. But the shaker cards, $19.50 in the UK, $28 if you are in the US. Now, loads still to come for you. I don't know where the last 43 minutes has gone.
I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking,
it's
oh my goodness.
It's flown by.
It has indeed.
2 whole new sets of demonstrations to get on with. Yeah, there is, of course, loads still on the way. This is the Expressions pop-out die collection. We have this coming up next for you. $15.50 in the UK, $20.50 if you are in the US. You're going to get 2 of the pop-out word dies in there as well. Perfect, of course, for Valentine's Day. Now, the Valentine's Essentials, 40% off on these. What an incredible price. £10 if you're in the UK, £14 if you are in the US. And you're going to get all of that lovely lot is coming home to you with a 40% saving as well, which is fantastic. So don't forget, over on Facebook, join the conversation, come and get involved because we really want to hear about your first week fail. Someone is going to win a £20 or $20 credit, which is fantastic. I'm going to read another one out for you now. I love this one. So this one is from a lady called Natalie. She said she's a nurse and she says, I wear men's scrubs because I'm tall. So she wears men's scrubs, which is fair enough. She says, so I was unaware that they had a zip fly in them. And for a solid week, my fly was opened as I was trying very hard to be a professional nurse.
Oh, Natalie, oh, bless your little heart.
That is pretty hilarious.
It is.
Yeah, don't forget, if you want to get involved, you want to join the conversation, you can do that over on Facebook. Leave us a comment on the Facebook Live and someone will be winning a £20 or a $20 credit. Look at that lovely photo down there of me.
What are
looking
you doing?
all, I don't know, just looking very,
quizzical.
very confused. Quizzical.
Quizzical, is that a word?
Let's get quizzical. For all of you Olivia Newton-John fans out there.
I love a bit of Olivia.
Indeed we do, but don't forget, get over to Facebook and join the conversation, which is fantastic. There you are, look, tell me your first week fails, and that can happen over on Facebook. Now, Debbie has got another brilliant demonstration coming up in just a moment. Don't forget, though, this is my first day, my first live show, full live show here on Crafters TV, Monday Makers. We also have as well, tomorrow I'll be here with the launch party with Fiona, and then also myself and Fiona will be here with Creating Cravings on Wednesday as well. So there is loads more to shop for, not just in this show, but all week here on Crafters TV. What you got for us next, Debbie?
Got another cracking love deal. It's all about the love today. It truly is a fabulous time. It's a fabulous month. We've got our gorgeous Joe's joined us. First show into doing amazing. I'm absolutely loving it. But we've got a cracking deal on pop-out dies. Now, I love a pop-out die. I love the wow factor that a pop-out die gives you. It's one of those that you open it up, it's like, whoa, how did you do that? Well, the question is, or the answer is, should I say, these fabulous dies. Now, I'm going to show you. Let me just for a second while I just remember what I did with the products. Don't want a repeat of last week, but I'm going to show you. So first things first, you're getting just for you. Now, look at the price of these. Is this, Laura, I just need to double check something here. Is this everything in this bundle? Both pop-out dies? Because that's just for you. But then you have, with love, oh my days. So that's £15.50 or $20.50, a saving of 20% on the pop-out die collection. But we also have a couple of little things extras there. This is the, not Valentine's Essentials, the Craft Essentials. It is the Valentine's. Of course it is. It's all about Valentine's. Bring that one back here for a second. Put that in my bag. I hope no one noticed. Just went over there. I'll bring it back because this is the Valentine's collection. Now, again, these are going to add that. You can use these with that beautiful pop-out collection, but on their own are just beautiful. From the Fairy Garden, there is this beautiful, and this proper name, I'll give it its proper name, is Nature's Vines. This creates two beautiful embellishments, and if I just turn that round, you can see there. These are coming to you today for £10. So, what else do you get for £10 or $14? A saving of 40% today. We're giving you a set of rubber stamps all about love. Again, this is the Our Love Story collection, and on here you've got some really beautiful sentences, and I'm just going to read you a couple. You are my everything. Love that one. Love and happiness. Congratulations. Simply amazing. One of my favourites, because I said to my kids all the time, I love you to the moon and back. I used to tell them that when they were little. I tell them now they're all grown up, much to their embarrassment, but I do. I tell them all the time. But there's lots of beautiful things on there. Love is all you need. It truly is. There's some really gorgeous sentiments on there. But we're not done with that bundle, because there is also our beautiful Parisian seam binding ribbon, and this is gorgeous. This is beautiful thick ribbon that you can colour onto. You can use your inks, you can use your alcohol markers, you can keep it as it is, because it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ribbon. Now I'm going to show you a couple of samples just for a second. I remember where I put them, just so that you can see how these create the most amazing card. So when you open up your card, just for you, look how gorgeous that is. It's got that lovely 3D element. It's that wow sensational when you open it up and it goes boom. Look at that, absolutely incredible. Again, with love. Choose your cardstock. We've got loads. I know you'll have got loads in your stash, but look at this. We've given you the die that creates this lovely worker element. One of my personal favourites. Take a look at this. Look at that. Again, that really 3D wow factor. It is incredible. Now, they really are very, very simple to use. I know people laugh at when I say it, but it is literally the easiest way to use these. So I'm going to put these to one side, because that's the bits I don't get to keep. I've got my little bits here. This is up to you where you start your card. I've just chosen this size, but there is some instructions in each one of these, and if I just open up mine just to show you, I'm just going to show you here. Open up the instructions, and you've got in here a little guide and it tells you to trim it to your desired size, but you can use absolutely any side. You can use them on the side, you can use them in the middle, you can use them on the front. There's lots of ways you can use them, but they give you a little bit of a heads up. There's a little bit of instruction inside, and again, step-by-step instructions how to use them. Now, I am going to show you how to use this. So I've taken some of our white stamping card, okay? Now, you can do this in one go if you wish to do so. So I've taken some of our lovely Fairy Garden paper pad that I had last week. I did tell you it was going in my basket at that incredible price it was on, and it definitely did, because I love it. But you can mount that on at the same time if you want to do that. But I think what I'm going to do to show you is, I'm going to show you the plain one. Now, I've taken this piece of cardstock, and I'll tell you the measurement that I've done it at. I've done it at 11 by 7. So the next thing you do is not to be tempted into scoring it and fold it in half. You're going to get a ruler. You can see my ruler, it's got my name on it. You're going to grab a pencil, And what you're going to do is you're going to mark halfway on your cardstock. So bearing in mind it's at 11, I'm going to use my glass mat, and I love my glass mat for this purpose. It's got all your measurements on here. So I can see 5.5 is here. And I can see if I put my ruler on, and I always do this, I'm always using it for measurements, I'm just going to put a faint line going all the way across. And that just gives you that starter factor. Now this is entirely up to you which one you use. I'm going to use with love for the middle, and I'm going to use the just for you on the outside as well, because you can. You're getting both. What was that price again, Laura? £15.50 for 2. This does all the magic. It's got the outside cutting edge. It's got the score lines in there. It's even got the 2 small nicks that are on either side. And I'll just bring it in here so that you can see it. You've got the nick there and a nick here to give you that guideline on where to pop it onto your cardstock. So again, I'm just going to place that on. I'm going to line these 2 up. The one thing I love about these is the fact that it's got that lovely quirky element to it. Now I'm going to tape down again. When you are using these dies, low tack tape either end, hold it into place, and I'll just pop that down there for a second, just there. And this time I'm going to bring in my big plate, pop that onto there. There we go. And then the rest of my combination, plastic shim, magnetic shim, and the last one on there is the cutting plate. Now, if you were doing through 2 pieces, I'll just bring this in just to give you a little heads up. If you're going to use thicker cardstock, don't forget that's 300 GSM. This is 180 GSM. 480 GSM is quite a weight to go through. What you would do if you're cutting through multiple layer is add the metal shim underneath and cut your metal into your metal. That's just a little top tip that I will give you. Because it's just the 1 set of cardstock, I'm just going to run that through the Gemini and let's see what it does. Now just run that through. I'm going to while I'm waiting for that to go through, I'm going to get my scoreboard, and I want the scoreboard with my line down the middle. Always handy tip. I tell anybody, if you've got a scoreboard on an ultimate, grab yourself a permanent marker, I'll not name names, but a permanent marker, and mark yourself a little line down the middle. And if you can see mine here on my Score Master, I've put a line down the middle. It gives me a visual when I'm doing things like scoring in certain places. It really is a useful tip as well. Now, I'm going to pop those to one side. I'm going to bring this back into vision just for a second. Pop that down there. And then this time I'm going to lift off, and just take your time when you're doing this, but lift that off. And let's just take that out. There we go. Now you can see that that has cut out perfectly. You've got that lovely cutting out edge there, but then you've got these beautiful score lines here that really do make this work. Now the next bit that I need to do and to show you is to score this middle part. Now this is the important bit, which is why it's very handy to have the black mark line on the scoreboard. But what you're going to do is you're going to score to the first word, the first letter of that word, of the love. You're not going to go all the way across, because if you go all the way across, you're going to weaken these parts here. So it's a case of to the score line, to the first one, and then if you work your way backwards, again exactly the same way to that first letter there. And that is all you need to do, because the rest of it is just a case of manipulating your cardstock. So the first thing I'm going to start with is the bottom part. Again, all the score lines are in there. It's just you manipulating the cardstock to get it into its natural shape and natural fold. When you've done that first part, then you're going to go with the middle bits that I scored there, just to that first line, and exactly the same. A little top tip again, working from the bottom upwards for me works best, because you're manipulating it into its natural shape. So again, place that over. You can see you've got your score lines here, and then it's a case of, and if I just turn it this way so I can see what I'm doing, but you're just going to manipulate that cardstock again into its natural form, place that on, and then again, just bend it into shape. So when you bring that down, take a score tool for this part. So you can either use your score tool that's in your guillotine, or you can use a bone folder. But what you're going to do is just manipulate it back into that shape, and I'm just going to fold that in taking your time. It's the only part of this that I call the fiddle bit. But when you see how easy this next bit is, you'll be thinking, oh my days, that did take 2 seconds. And it really doesn't, because what I've done is manipulated it. It's got all the score lines in there to do that. And again, if I open it up now, look at this. You've got that lovely pop out element. There you go, you can see it. Absolutely fabulous. So there, and then all you do is you take your bone folder and you're going over all those creases. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to fast forward, Blue Peter style, as you do. I've taken a piece of black cardstock. I measured it the same measurement, so 11 by 7, and this time folded it in half, because what I want this to do is sit in the middle of that card to create that pop out. However, here's one, whoops, she said, throwing bits away. Here's one I made earlier using that cardstock. I stuck the cardstock down, and if I just bring you this into it, you can see there that beautiful with love. Now, another little top tip, use all-purpose glue for this part. So if I just, who's been using this? It's all dried up at the top. Use all-purpose glue, and it's the best tip I can give you because you want to do one segment at a time. So I'm going to do the bottom bit first, and you want to be able to maneuver it or wiggle it into place. So I'm just going to pop that in there, and then I'm going to take my wet glue again, and this time I'm going to do this side. And take care not to go over the word. The last thing you want to do is stick your pop out element. But if you bring that over, fold it down and just get that into place. And if I just hold that into place, you can see that I've got that lovely, very quick, very easy. That just pop that into place there. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of design because I took the with love again. This time, I chopped out those score lines to create the word to pop out, because what I want it to do is pop out even more because I've used pattern cardstock. So by that, if I just show you, let me just pop on, in fact, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll pop a little bit of wet glue, but you could use your tape pens for this, or tacky glue, but for speed, I'm just going to use this glue. Again, perfect anyway, because you can get it into that wiggle part, moving it into place. You could create a little bit of a shop dragon. What's a shop dragon? It's a shadow drop. Don't ask me why I was thinking of dragons. I don't know why I was thinking of dragons, but you can create that lovely shadow drop, which is what I'm going to go with for this one. Have I said it wrong again, Laura? Drop shadow. Can I just point out, I was up at 4:30 this morning, just in case you're wondering, what is Debbie on? Little sleep, not enough coffee. But let me just show you now that lovely pop out feature and how it's popped out. Now, I'd already decorated some card. I've used some of those lovely flourishes. I'm going to put that onto the front, but I am also going to add, oh, Debbie, what did you do? It's here. I'm going to add the Just For You. I did exactly the same in black, chopped out that word so that it creates that lovely panel, and I'm going to place that on the front. And then I'm going to pop that onto the front so that even on the front of the card, your recipient, wherever you give that to, there you go, you can see you've got that lovely feature there. I've already used some of the stamps. You can see where I'm going with this one, can't you? I've used some of the stamps. I've put I love you to the moon and back, and you are my everything. I thought I'd put both on there because, shall I put you out with love? No, I love you to the moon and back. We'll go on with first. Let's pop a little bit of tape onto this one. And again, place that. And then the other one on the bottom part. And I'm going to just take into effect a couple of those lovely flourishes, because these were the Nature's Vines. You can see how beautiful they are. I'm going to use the dotty tape pen for this bit and just add a couple of little embellishments on to really give it a little bit of a fun factor. But the deals today are insane. You've got 2 pop out dies just for you and with love for £15.50. That in itself is amazing. But then we've got, look at that fabulous Valentine's paper craft bundle where you get the stamps, you get the ribbon, you get the, let me get it right, Debbie, remember, those beautiful vines, those vines from that fairy garden, to create something when you put it all together just for you and open that up. You've got that lovely wow factor. You've got everything works together really well. It's been really thought out for you. We thought about this. Valentine's is obviously nearly upon us. You don't have to have a partner to tell someone you love them. You've got people in your life that you love family members, mums, dads, sons and daughters and granddaughters, but you've got anybody in your life. I love a certain young man that is not so far away. Shall we see what Joe's up to?
Oh, I haven't gone too far. I've just popped next door. I was watching a long, fantastic demonstration there from Debbie. And don't forget, saving 40% there, which is a fantastic deal. I was just actually sat here going through some of your comments over on Facebook. I'm on the US page at the moment. Tony says, welcome, Joe. Can't wait to see what you guys will be working with today and what the great prices will be. Someone here says as well, Sharon says, is Joe going to make something? Well, not in this show, but Creative Cravings on a Wednesday. Maybe I will have a little dibble dabble of something in that show. You'll have to tune in to find out. Hello from Tony in Maryland, Kathy in Illinois, loads of you watching and commenting along. Yolanda says that she loves the Crafter's Companion cardstock as well. Keep those messages coming in. Don't forget as well about first week fails. Someone is going to win a £20 or a $20 spend. I'm going to read another one that has come in. This one from Sue in the UK. It says, my first full-time job was in an optician's, and during quiet times through the first week I did some dusting and polishing. However, I think I over-polished the optician's leather swivel chair and he kept sliding off the next day. Be careful with the polish. I've done that in my car on the steering wheel before. It gets a bit slippery. It is not a good idea. Debbie, have you had any first week fails that you can think of?
Well, Joe, I mean, come on. We're talking about me here, but I've had many first week fails. One I'll share with you was a company that I used to work for many moons ago. I'll not name names. But they entrusted me on my first week with a brand new car. Oh. A company car. Right. And I thought, mod cons and all that. I'm going back a few years, so mod cons, but radio, tape, music up. Thought, I'll go have a little practice run, went to go and deliver something. So a jogger on the road, but because I got my music on that loud, I thought, I swerved. I swerved and hit a curb. Oh, no. And I heard this massive pop, and then everything just went plop. Car stopped. I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? It's a brand new car. They entrusted it with me. Third day.
Debbie.
And I had to ring them up and told them that I had a near encounter with a jogger. It was his fault. It was nothing to do with the music.
Absolutely nothing to do with
Nothing to do with the music.
That's what I'm getting from this.
And I had to ring them up and own up.
Yeah.
So it cost a fair.
Oh well, onwards and upwards. You're here now.
Exactly. I lasted a while though, so I must have done something right. I lasted there a long time.
I did all the cue cards earlier, which are these things that we hold and have notes on in the show. And basically, what they are, we stick bits of paper to them, and I realised that I did them all completely upside down. Yeah, and then I had to pull them apart. So that was my first week fail this week. But it's been a first week win. Other than that, I mean, it's been a pretty great first week and a lovely first show here with the gorgeous Debbie. Now, something else we need to do. We need to move on and we need to talk about. I asked for one of these.
No, you'll have met with the same answer we got.
No, absolutely not. Reserved for a very special elite of crafters, and that is our craft ambassadors. And in our Monday Maker show, we always announce our new craft ambassador. And this week, I'm pleased to be able to tell you that it is the lovely Jan Thompson from the United Kingdom has been blowing us away with some of her beautiful makes. Check these out. Debbie, these are gorgeous, aren't they?
Do you know what this is? This is Sarah's signature. Yes, this is the Crafty Fun.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. I can see. Do you know why? I recognise that tote bag anywhere. I love this collection. How fantastic is that? That's amazing.
Really gorgeous. So
Absolutely.
Jan, the Craft Ambassador's mug is winging its way to you. And I know what you're thinking. Hang on a minute. Shut the front door. I want to be a craft ambassador. How do you get involved? Well, it is very, very easy. I'll share with you. You need to email us a picture of something that you have made and send that email to us. There is a dedicated email for it. ccambassadors@crafterscompanion.com is where you need to send it, along with a picture. And actually, from next week, we're going to sort of be zhuzhing it up, revamping Craft Ambassadors a little bit, and going forward we'll be speaking to Craft Ambassadors.
Now shut the front door.
Shut the front door, shut the back door, lower the blinds, fire up the smoke machine and put on your heels. Yes. I will be Skyping our Craft Ambassadors going forward.
Wow.
And we'll be having a little bit of a chat, and then we'll be playing that out in the show. So we'll be able to hear from our Craft Ambassadors.
Oh, I love that.
As well, which is fantastic. Now,
yes,
something else. We are spoiling you today, aren't we?
Just a little,
we
Joe,
are
just
literally on a roll. We've got a 24-hour deal for you. So, you were telling us earlier about the double-sided dies and how we need the plates to go with them.
Yes.
Well, actually, on the website for the next 24 hours, if you use the code CUT10, you can get 10% off all die cutting accessories. So that's all of your plates. Things like the caddy, things like the plate bags as well, the storage bags. So those consumables, those things that you want to get stocked up on, now's a great chance because we're going to give you an extra 10% off of what were already fantastic prices.
And their Club Inspire as well.
Absolutely.
I'm obsessed with Club Inspire.
Are you?
I am, because you get extra discount, Joe.
You do. What it reminds me of, when you do the spending, you collect all the points and then you fly and you get a bit of extra legs and you get upgraded. It's like we are upgrading your crafting. You're going to be flying, you'll have a glass of fizz. It's the crafty alternative. You'll have full recline, china and a glass of fizz. I mean, what more could you ask for? Now, there is still lots coming up for you in this hour. You can still get involved with the conversation on Facebook if you wish. Now, this is the Valentine's wrap die collection. Not wrapping in a Jay-Z kind of way. We're talking about wrapping things, wrap around. Although I might do a Valentine's wrap for you later in the show if you are lucky. No one really wants to hear me wrap. But you're saving 35% here, which is fantastic. So $39.50 in the UK, $61.50 if you are in the US. So it's going to be great for making those cards that you want to be making in the very near future. Got some great essential tools for you in this show too. Now, this is the essential tool collection. You're getting the 2 rocker blocks in here. You are getting the scissors. You're getting the stamping platform as well, and that edge crimp, which is great for creating those distress techniques. £26 if you're in the UK, $39 in the US. That is a saving of 25%, which is fantastic. Loads of you still commenting along on Facebook. Pam says, I'm glad to see the pop-up dies on the show. I have them but haven't used them yet, and I will do now. Irene says, good morning to you all. I made a small bag from card by scoring and failed big time, so these double-sided dies are going to be a really great help. Kathy says hello from Illinois as well, and Kathleen says love the shaker card set for Valentine's Day. They are going to work absolutely perfectly. Don't forget, keep getting your first week fails into me on Facebook. Also, I've been running a giveaway this week on my Facebook page because I love to crochet. I'm actually starting a new project tonight. I'm going to be crocheting a kangaroo. I actually just went and got the wool next door from the store, but I'm going to be giving away 6 kits, and I'll announce those winners in this show as well. If you want to connect with me on social media, you can do so. My handles are just along the bottom here, whether you choose to use Facebook or Instagram. It is completely up to you. I love both of them. But we're going to head back to Debbie, who's going to treat us with some more crafting. She's going to do the Valentine's wrap, V to the A to the L to the E to the N to the T to the I to the N to the E. That is my Valentine's wrap. Here's Debbie.
Love all these little sing-songs that we're having with the shaker cards, and then what was that, Joe? L to the O to the V to the E. I love that. That's absolutely fabulous, because this is what the show's all about. Love. We love giving you great deals, and this is no exception. This is I want to call it, this is a true Valentine's one, this one, because everything is all about the love. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what you're getting. So this is £39.50 or 60, I only said 67 then, $61.50, a saving of over 35% today. What do you actually get for that? So I'm going to show you. First things first, we've got the beautiful Love Heart wrap die. Absolutely beautiful. Again, a very versatile die. This is a hug around a card, a hug around a project, whether it be wrapping around candles, whether it be wrapping around boxes, again, beautiful boxes that we had earlier. This is going to really work with absolutely anything because it comes in two parts. I'll explain a little bit more in a moment. Now, we also have a beautiful sentiment to go with this, and this is with love. Now, have I got that the right way around? I think I have. Upside down and back to front. There we go. We've got the lovely sentiment. Now this actually cuts out three different ways. You've got the matte, you've got the word, put them both together, and you've got a lovely matte and layer effect there with that beautiful with love. This is a big sentiment as well. This is not a little sentiment, this is a big sentiment. However, the real, I just love this. This is just right up my street. Mixed media or multimedia dies. So this is the nesting hearts. Now this is going to be so versatile because these are multimedia dies. These are made deeper than traditional dies. This is a multimedia cutting die that can be used with all sorts of materials, and by that I do mean material. You can cut this up to 8 layers of fabric in any one go with these dies. These are nesting dies as well. However, my little crafty paper brain work over time, I can cut out multiple layers of cardstock in one go. And again, mount board, chipboard, real leather, faux leather, the list goes on, because multimedia dies really do excite me because of the fact that they can cut into so many things. You could use this for bunting. Imagine having, Laura's telling me, this on its own to buy £24.99 just on its own, which I think is excellent value for money for what this can do. But the saving is when you get all of it and you get all the extras in there as well. It really is a phenomenal deal. Is there any more in this deal, Laura? Have I missed something out? Silly me. Trying to get more. Woo! Oh, she's not watching. She's on a train back up here. She's not watching. Right. So, but again, think of the things that you can use this for. With your fabrics, with your multimedia kind of materials, this is something you're going to be able to use over and over and over again. It really is phenomenal. Now, there is a couple of extras in there. I knew there was. There's some cardstock in there, Laura. I knew it. I knew there was some extras. I've also got, and do you know what? I can't remember what I've done with it. That excited. I've put it down. So I found it. I'll show you. We are giving you not one, but 2 packs of our luxury glitter cardstock, or should I say a luxury cardstock pack, because in here you are getting, get this, 30 sheets in this one. 30 sheets in this one. You've got 250 GSM in weight. What was I telling you earlier about that construction where I start with? Perfect. But not only this, you're getting matte mirror card, and then the most phenomenal glitter card that you will ever use. It's the non-shedding luxury glitter card. It's got the most amazing touch to it. Anybody who's used it will know what I mean by that. Not that I go around stroking paper, I'm not weird or anything like that, but absolutely phenomenal. So what a great deal. These are $9.99 on their own. Can you see the value? Can you see that love that we're giving you today? We're giving you all these extras. So I'm going to show you. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring them all together. That's what I'm going to do. So first things first, I think what I'll show you is this lovely wrap die. In fact, shall I show you a few samples? Let's show you a few samples, because it is literally a hug around a card. Look how beautiful that is. You've got that lovely wraparound feature, and if I just open that up, it literally is a hug around a card, but perfect for your A6 style gatefold cards. Absolutely perfect for. However, there's lots of other things you can do with it as well. You can take it bigger if you want to. Now, I'm just looking for my, I don't know what I've done with They do go round bigger items, and what better way to show you is that to show you exactly how you can do that. I did make one beautifully round an A6 card. However, I thought, no, I want to show you the versatility behind these. So this is why I'm doing slightly different. I thought I'd go a little bit different. The only thing you need to remember is there is some instructions on the back. It does tell you that the depth that you need for your die to fit on your cardstock, and it tells you on the back, if you were doing an A6 gatefold card, it would tell you cut a strip of card 269mm by 48mm. Really very simple to use. It comes in 2 parts, and I love this because of that. You can outside cutting edge stops here. That means this is when you can extend it. It means you can extend it to as big or as small as you want. Now, I've taken 2 pieces of cardstock, and if my mathematics were right when I were adding this on, it fits just perfectly. Can you see? Now, this is where you're going to use, well, depends on it goes on your smaller machine, but it will also go on your larger machine. I'm going to use my large plates because I want to keep it this length for a reason, and I'll explain in a moment. Again, you're going to tape it down, and I would recommend that this time you tape on both sides. So you're going to tape that end, and you're going to tape this end as well, okay? And the same with the other side. So if I just pop this down, tape both ends, but you can see now that that fits on perfectly. So I took that depth from the back of the instructions just to get that right depth that I need. Now I'm going to bring in my Gemini large plates because I'm going to put these both on here. So I'll pop one on that side, and let's pop the other on there. Okay, so that's all you need. Then it is a case of putting your shim together, and this time it is your plastic shim, your magnetic shim, and your outer cutting plate, and run that through your Gemini. These will go through other machines as well, though. They're a thin metal die, so they will go through all your other machines too, not just our Gemini, because we use our Gemini, we love our Gemini. Right, so look at the price again. I just want to bring this into effect. I want to show you the value that you're getting. Multimedia dies, the nesting dies on their own would be £25. The cardstock is £10 per pack. Can you see straight away? That is, and I'm giving you more because you've got that lovely with love die, and you've also got this beautiful wraparound die as well. We really are spoiling you today. I think it's definitely because our lovely Joe's here today. I think that's what it is. I think we're spoiling you with a little bit of love. Now, I am going to just take that off. Take it off gently as well, not like I'm doing. I'm just going to take my scissors though because I want to show you. I'll just take my little scissors. Let's just release that for a second. You can see just how crisp and clean that beautiful die. Can you see that there? Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's even got those lovely love heart details around. I'm just going to do exactly the same with the other. Just remove that. Take your tape. Take your time when you're taking your tape off, not like Debbie's trying to do, ripping it off. Oh, look, I was so careful today. I'm really proud of myself. There we go. Now, what you're going to do to trim this down, let me just put those in the bin for a second and move those out of the way. Because at the minute you're thinking, well, that really ain't doing much for me, is it? However, this is when you can use your guillotine. So you could use your larger guillotine, or you could use your large scissors. I'm just going to a craft knife's brilliant. Just the craft knives and the scissors come under the cutting part. So remember that 24-hour deal that we had? Tool Essentials, 10% extra off. So your scissors, your large ones, your medium-sized ones, your little snippers, absolutely everything has got 10% off. Now that one, what's that one? Oh, this is spoiling us even more. We've got the Essential Tool Collection. Look at all that you're getting there. Rocker blocks, 4x4 stamping platform, edge crimper, and the 6-inch scissors for 20, is that 28 or 26? That's amazing. That is fabulous. So again, what a great time to stock up on your craft room essentials. Now, while I've been busy gasping at the prices, I'm just going to show you. I've now got 2 incredibly long, I and they are long, but it's because I want to show you how you can work this. Now, in each one of these, on each side, there is a little, what they call a little slit. And what you're going to do, and that is on the top one, that's on the bottom, you're just going to slide that into place. That becomes your beautiful wrap. And then you can wrap it around anything you want, whether it be a large box. I mean, look how big that would fit around my box that I made earlier. Absolutely. So by using and having that two-part die where you get the two bits that don't cut, so bring it back, Debbie, so I can explain it better than trying to say it. Let me just take that tape off for a second. Because it just has that die there and then stops, it means you can extend to as big or as small as you want. I really do think this is very versatile. Now, talking of big, and talking of cardstock, look at this. I've got my cardstock already. I have got and it's a gatefold A4 that I've chopped down to 7 in depth, width. Oh, I keep forgetting my words today. 4:30 a.m. start is really starting to affect brain and words coming out of the mouth. Thank goodness I've got Joe here today. Can I just show you before I put this together though? Those multimedia dies. I want to show you what they do. Now, look at this. There's a set of 6 dies in total. This really is, and I don't know if you can see, but from a standard die, this is made of thicker metal, which enables it to cut through those thicker cardstocks, those thicker materials like your real leather, like all your fabrics, up to 8 pieces of fabric of cotton. Oh, honestly, it's phenomenal. Now, I'm going to use the 2 smaller ones for this. And this time I want to just point out when you are using, and I've got 3 pieces of Centura Pearl. Now I do believe we've got a fantastic bundle on Centura Pearl today as well. 4 for £10, so you can choose any colour you want. Now for your multimedia die, your plate combination changes up slightly, and as if by magic, our lovely Joe is back in the room.
I heard you talking about these
I know, I saw you flying in, you nearly dropped your neck getting in.
Nearly took the door off the hinges, didn't I?
You did.
I love this, and especially love this collection, because when you think about it, really,
Yep.
you can make a lovely card, and then you can make some lovely home decor as well, because of all the things you can cut.
Yes.
I remember the first time I ever saw these multimedia dies, and Sarah was demonstrating them, and I just couldn't believe the amount of things they do. So what sort of, give us a sort of a bit of an idea of some of the mediums we can cut with these.
Literally, because obviously if you've got a Gemini as well, you know the power of the Gemini. It can cut through all sorts. However, when you've got a multimedia die, which is what this is, and you can see, Joe, it's a lot thicker than a standard die. You're going to be able to cut through multiple layers of cardstock in any one go, up to 3 or 4. And bear in mind, 310 GSM times 3, what does that work out at?
930.
There you go, straight away, that's a lot. Mount board, chipboard, balsa wood, Essien,
even
leather,
like, leftover
fabrics.
pop cans.
Absolutely. Well, you know my way of thinking, you know me and my pop cans. Cherry flavoured pop can.
But again,
but yeah, you can cut through anything.
A soft crafter, you want to make a plique, or maybe
perfect.
Maybe you're not a sewer, but you want to do a plique. You want to get some fabric stick and stay. You can put a plique pieces onto bags or onto jackets. You know, upcycle things like fashion as well.
Honestly, that's what I love about multimedia dies, Joe. It's the fact that you can do so many things with it than you would be able to do with a regular die.
And it'll cut multiple layers of paper or card for you at the same time as well. So it really is the best of both worlds. Loads of people getting in touch on the Facebook, on here. There was one I saw just a moment ago. Someone was talking about double-sided coloured Centura Pearl.
Oh, yes.
We'll have some of that on the show tomorrow on the launch party with myself and Fiona. So make sure you tune in then. Shadiah says, so far, so good, Joe. Thumbs up. Thank you.
Lots of love for our Joe.
Bernie saying, can she have a craft ambassador's mug? Absolutely not.
Is this Bernie? Is this our
Bernie? It is indeed.
Nice try, Bernie Corner.
And then Jam Brown says, only if I can have one too.
Oh, do you know they're a right pair, eh?
Back
they're
off,
really
ladies.
Yeah, because we're in the
Back
first.
off. No one is getting the ambassador's mug. You've got to be ambassador. Remember, CC ambassadors at craftscompanion.com if you want to be a craft ambassador in the future. Sorry, what are you up to? So is there a change in...
So I'm just changing up,
sandwich, because I love a sandwich.
I love a sandwich. Belly's starting to rumble. I can hear Laura's from here.
It's
I can hear Laura.
It's time for dinner here in the UK, isn't it?
It is indeed. Yes, so you're just going to change up the platform slightly when it comes to a multimedia die, because you don't need your rubber embossing mat, you don't need your magnetic shim, so forget those, put them to one side. The only ones you're going to use are your 2 cutting plates, plastic shim, and sometimes you need to add your metal shim. I'm using the metal shim just because I am going through a lot of cardstock and I want to protect the plate as well underneath.
Perfect.
So that's...
any of your, any of the accessories that you could need, 10 on the website, all of your die cutting accessories, an extra 10% of what were already fantastic prices for you. And you're using the little plates through the big machine.
I am indeed. I thought, well, I'm not going to waste my big plates. I'm only using 2 small dies out of those nesting dies. Bearing in mind, there's 6 sizes. Look at the size of the biggest.
Now,
look at the size of that.
Do you know what I would also...
Look at our face through. Look at this.
Do you know what we were talking about doing material? You know what I'd say? If you saw Jen try on So Special show at the weekend, she actually used the nested dies. She used the hexagons. But these hearts, you could actually do the exact same project using the hearts. So you could do Valentine's ones, maybe with sort of Valentine's themed material or fabric as well. So another great way of using them. Pop back and have a look at Jen's show. It will be online. So Special. It's all on the Crafters TV part of our website.
Right, so Joe, I'm just going to pop them back to one side and just move them out of the way. But now you can see, and at the minute it looks like I've got quite a big thick piece of card.
Does, isn't it?
But when you separate them, I could have easily got more out of that. I've just put 3 through, but I reckon I could have got 4 or 5 pieces out of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And can you see as well, you'll be able to see it, Joe, but that lovely beveled edge as well, so it's got that lovely detail. But look at this, when you want to cut out multiple layers or multiple pieces in any one time, for me, time saving. It is time saving, absolutely. Confetti, think of your weddings, your love.
Perfect.
Imagine cutting that out in some lovely of that beautiful red or that silver and scattering them across your bed.
Imagine how many layers of tissue paper you could do with those dies. You know, you want to cut those out of tissue, maybe pop them in the top of a gift, pop them into a bag or in the top of a box. You know, we had those double-sided box dies on the show a little bit earlier for you. You are saving 35% on the wrap collection, which is incredible because just the multimedia die on its own, it should be £24 in the UK, £24.99 in the UK or £39.95 in the US. So you think for actually not much more, you're getting all of those other bits included as well. It does make it great value.
Absolutely.
If you do want to order, remember the website is where you need to be, craftscompanion.wherever you are. So .co.uk, .eu or .com if you're in the US. You can watch there and you can shop at the same time. So you never miss any of the crafty fun and you don't miss out on any of the crafty bargains, which is what we love. This is a very... I'm
going blingy.
Blingy but classy. You know how I feel about glitter.
I know, that's why I've done it.
I've got a glitter addiction and I'm not sorry about it.
I know, I'm not sorry about it either. And you know, this is the most gorgeous luxury. Feel that, Joe. Just feel that.
But is it going to come off?
Nope, not at all.
Beautiful.
Not at all. It is non-shedding glitter. Now, while you've been chatting there, I've just been doing a bit of matting and layering. So I've done some inside my gatefold. I'm now popping my outside panels. So again, I've taken the 2 colour tones from there, from that lovely silver pack. Don't forget there's that gorgeous red. Imagine that in red.
Lovely.
How stunning would that look in red?
Very classy, the silver, isn't it? With the glitter and the Centura,
it's beautiful together. But I've taken the matte from that and that beautiful luxury glitter. There was that lovely mirror. You'd get a different effect where you get that lovely super shine on there. But this is gorgeous cardstock. It's 250 GSM in weight. It's perfect for construction. Remember, we're going back to the beginning with those beautiful boxes, that beautiful box die that we had on. This would look perfect. Imagine cutting it out.
To create panels,
yeah, absolutely. You get your box all in one go. Now, I've taken that and I've decorated, so I've got the outside panels and the inside panel. I've used the With Love, and I'm just going to bring it in because you don't want to see me die cutting that, but the matte and the lovely mirror there, not mirror.
Really lovely and fine, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The cut there. It's really quite
it really
opulent.
is. So I'm just going to use my tape pen for this part, just to hold this down. Now I'm going to plop that, plop?
Did you say plop?
I said plop. Oh. I meant pop. Pop that into the middle of my card. So you've got that lovely with love. Again, very subtle, but look how gorgeous and blingy that looks. And then I'm going to just pop my wrap around. So previously, you've seen how long that is, Joe. Actually, I could wrap that around my head. I think I've made it that... I've made it that big.
It's very, very large. Do you not think, though, that a wrap card... Do you not think wrap cards they're just a bit fancy, aren't they?
Oh,
it does
they're
take your card to the next level.
It's that hug around your card, and it's that lovely, the fact that it opens up as well.
But I mean, that's a beautiful card as is, but when you put the wrap on it just takes it to the next level. And if you are making to the cell, it takes it to the next price point as well.
Now, you can see me flappy bits.
Right.
It looks like it's going to take off.
You're saying that on a Monday morning, afternoon, wherever you are, evening.
Right, but can I just show you just how that, so you can do your own measurement, Joe. This is the purpose. This is the reason why I did them rather large. If I just turn that over for one side for 1 second, wrap that around. Yeah, maybe I need to trim this down just slightly. Just take a little bit off there and then wrap that around again, and you can then wrap it to your size of your card or your project.
Absolutely.
It is.
It's a very easy, foolproof and simple way of measuring the size of the wrap that you need.
And you could actually attach it to your card as well. So I could attach that back. But now you can see you've got that lovely wraparound that when you open it up, it really creates that lovely wow factor.
Creates drama, doesn't it? Great for invitations, this style.
Do you know what? I love these. And the fact that it's that love heart theme, I just think really does finish this off. And I'm going to use as well these gorgeous, remember the multimedia ones? The multimedia ones. I'm going to now pop on a couple of those to decorate. This is what I'm saying about it being saving on your time, because you're cutting out lots of different materials at any one time, but the fact that they're so versatile that you can use them.
And maybe you're thinking about giving a gift and a card that matches would be a great way, whether you are, maybe it's something like you're going to decorate a picture frame. You can have a picture of you and a loved one in it. You're going to have those same hearts on the picture frame. Maybe you're cutting it from things like balsa wood or mount board or a whole host of different things, and then you'll have that same heart shape carried through into the card as well. Or you're decorating a bag, you know, it's applique pieces, whether it's fabric, faux leathers that you're creating with it. I mean, the options are endless because you've got that multimedia die, which is fantastic. So yes, you can cut paper with it. Yes, you can cut a whole host of different mediums, and you've got a great saving too. You've got 35% off of this collection, and you're going to get it just in time for that Valentine's crafting. The multimedia one, I'm just going to pick it up because
you can do, yes.
You get loads of dies in here. So I'll just hold this up. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different dies within there, which is fantastic. So loads of metal for your money and lots that you're going to be able to do with those.
Absolutely. Now I've finished with this, Joe. So if you see in the middle, I've actually got me with love, and I've used some of those love hearts as well. Can you see there? Lovely. I can see that now. Bringing that round, wrapping that around, wrap that love heart. I absolutely think this is lovely. And can I also say, what a phenomenal deal to get all of those, the cardstock, the wraparound die, the beautiful multimedia dies, which are so versatile. But again, you get something, and you can create this in, imagine it in the red. How beautiful and striking would it look in that
great
red.
In the silvers and the whites, lovely in red and black. And even I think, you know, the love hearts, if it's baby boy, baby girl, in blues and pinks, really beautiful for that as well. Lots of you getting in touch, lots of you loving the demonstrations. Carol has said, great demonstrations, Debbie. Absolutely loving this deal. There are loads of you. Jeanette also says as well, fantastic demonstrations. Don't forget, join the conversation over on Facebook. If you are, of course, on the website though, because that's where you want to shop and watch, watching us over on the Crafters Companion website. But remember, every time you shop, as long as you're a part of the club, you are going to earn points. If you are not familiar with Club Inspire, here is the Queen of Crafters Companion herself to tell you a little bit more about it.
No matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1,500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Great information there from the lovely Sarah Club Inspire. Join the Crafty community. What a first show it has been. It has been a whirlwind, Debbie. We've had so many great deals.
We're having
so much lovely interactions. What's been your favourite part of the show today?
Working with you.
Oh, you do spoil me with these compliments.
Points. Brownie points, that's what I'm after.
Don't forget though, loads of great deals in this show, and don't miss out. Let's actually recap some of our favourite deals from today's show, some of your favourite deals as well. So this was the double-sided dimensionals, the square box. You get 3 sizes here as well, so it is like you're getting 3 different die sets. So when you break that down, the value is really good, and you've got an extra saving too. $33.50 in the UK, $42 if you are in the US. Very, very busy on those, as we knew it would be. We've got the shaker card. Don't forget as well, you're getting everything you need in here to create those beautiful cards, getting the stamp and die. You've got all the sequins in there as well. $19.50 if you're in the UK, $28 in the US, and that is a 25% saving. Now, talking of savings, the saving here is stonking, as some might say. You've got 40% off here, which is brilliant. You're going to get the die in there, you've got the rubber stamp, you've also got that wonderful Parisian seam binding ribbon in there too. 40% saving means £10 in the UK, $14 if you're in the US. Those 2 pop-out word dies just for you and with love, perfect for Valentine's Day. $15.50 on these in the UK, $20.50 in the US. That's saving a fifth. Really good value. I can understand why a lot of you are popping those in your basket on the website as we speak. Finally, as well, the last one that we just saw, this is a Valentine's wrap die collection, that multimedia die in there, 6 different sizes, so great whether you want to cut fabric or a whole host of other different mediums. You've got that really gorgeous luxury cardstock within there and some dies, all of that for $39.50 or $61.50 if you're in the US, a 35% savings, so you're saving almost a third off of there. Don't forget as well, all the deals from this show will be live for the next 48 hours, apart from our 24-hour deal. Remember, you've got that cut 10 promo code to use on the website, so any of your die cutting accoutrements, as we call it, your accessories are there, and there's absolutely loads of stuff. All the plates, if you've gone for the double-sided dies, you might want to pop those double-sided die plates into your basket there as well.
Now, can I just say, I have got a favourite, that multimedia die set. I've got to say, the multimedia, honestly, truthfully, that was my favourite one because of the fact, the versatility and the incredible value with everything else. Everything just works together beautifully. But saying that, all these deals have been put together with that love factor feel, but all work so well. And each one's going to be able to cross over. So if you bought more than one, you can be able to use them in so many ways.
Absolutely, and we've loved bringing them to you.
Absolutely, I like that. You see what I did there?
Lots of you have been sharing with just your first week fails. There's a couple that I haven't managed to read out. I have got some more here. This one from Andrea, a crafty one, said, use glitter thinking it was the same as embossing powder. It took me months to get the glitter from all over the room because it flew everywhere, and I used my hairdryer instead of a heat gun.
Oh,
learn by our mistakes,
Well, do you
don't
know,
we?
as daft as it sounds, I once did exactly the same thing with my hairdryer, thinking it would give me the same effects. It didn't.
No.
But I love that one with the glitter and the embossing powder.
Yeah,
Bless you.
absolutely. I'm sure not the first time
No.
or the last time someone has done that. We need to pick a winner for the first week fails. Do you know what I think? My favourite one, I think it was the one we read out first from Chantel, the one about the bookbinding, because that
Bless.
is just the sort of mortifyingly embarrassing thing that someone would do. So yes, Chantel Jacques, you have won a $20 or £20 credit, depending where you are. We'll get in touch with you on Facebook after the show, probably tomorrow now, when we're in. Now, also, yes, of course, we have had that competition going over on my Facebook page because we were giving you the opportunity to win one of 6 crochet kits. You can crochet these little animal creatures, because that's my chosen craft, is crochet. I'm going to go and start a brand new project just this evening when I get home. Now, we've picked 6 winners at random. Those winners are Sue Briscoe, Julie Banks, Poonam Tiwari, Becky Betts, Diana Kunkel-Durst and Yana Lightney. Congratulations. All 6 of you will be winning one of those great crochet kits, whichever one it was you chose. There was a panda, there was a lion, there was a few other options as well. So we'll be in touch with you in the very near future. Debbie, what does the rest of your week look like?
I am heading back down to Peterborough after.
You just got here.
I know I am, but I've got to get back down there because I'm taking over from Sarah tomorrow. So I'm going to be down at Create and Craft with a couple of shows tomorrow.
Oh, how
and
lovely.
And then I'm back up here again on Thursday.
Right, you've got cartload on Thursday.
I have indeed, yes.
There are also, as well, something really fabulous. Don't forget about Sugar and Crumbs with our
Really
Sarah.
excited.
She's going to be here at 4 p.m.
I'm hoping to get a cupcake or two.
I think so. I'll be here 4 p.m. UK time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Don't forget as well, tomorrow, my first time bringing you the launch party with the lovely Fiona Clayton. We'll both be here 4 p.m. in the UK, 11 a.m. if you are on the East Coast. We will be previewing some great products that will be launching very shortly. We'll be launching brand new deals for you as well. It will be a great place to be. Loads of inspiration, loads of great deals as well. So make sure you join the pair of us then.
I'll be watching. I will do. I'll be watching. Love our Fee. I love her to bits.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
And don't forget as well, keep your eye out on the Crafters Companion UK and US Facebook pages for next week's Joe Wants to Know question, where someone else will win a £20 or dollar spend with us here at Crafters Companion. Next week's is a good one.
What's next
as well.
week's?
I can't tell you.
Oh, have you keep it
Because
quiet?
there's nowhere for you to put it at the moment, but you'll see towards the weekend it will go up. So it's a great reason to come back and check both the UK and the US Facebook pages, and it'll be there. And we'll share it to Instagram and a whole host of other places.
It's really exciting. I'm loving it. I'm loving this new feel, this new dynamic. I love it.
It's wonderful. I had such a great
Have you enjoyed
first show.
it?
I have, and it was a pleasure to be here with you, to be in a
Bless you.
safe pair of hands for my first show and my first week of shows. Don't forget, I will be here for the launch party and also Creative Cravings on Wednesday as well. If you are in the UK, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm sure it's almost dinner time, so it'll be time to start rattling those pots and pans.
Yes.
If you are on the East Coast, it's probably lunchtime, so I hope you have
Yum.
some lovely lunch. And if you're on the West Coast, then you've probably just had your breakfast. But wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great day or a great evening. Massive thanks again to Debbie. And a huge thanks to all of you at home as well. I'll be going through the comments after the show. But until next time, we'll see you back here tomorrow on Crafters TV. Have a great day.
Bye.